Now, I'm sure as you guys know by this point, I love Disney, but even they aren't perfect and have made some mistakes, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey YouTube, I'm Court McGinley and welcome back to the most amazing top 5. Before we get started, I want to know, what is your favorite thing about Disney? Let me know your answers down in the comments. Also, before we get started, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Alright, let's get started on our list of the top 5 biggest Disney castle mistakes. Coming in our number 5 spot, Itty Bitty. Now, if you've never been to Disneyland or Disney World, then you might not know it, but those iconic castles in the parks are actually super tiny. Now, I'm listing this as a mistake because it's super disappointing. You get there expecting this huge castle, which, don't get me wrong, it looks huge from a distance, but once you get up close and personal, it's kind of a letdown. The reason these castles look much bigger from a distance is thanks to a design trick that's referred to as forced perspective. For this, they had Disney engineers place large bricks at eye level and then decrease the size of the bricks with each story, so that the smallest bricks are on top. This results in an optical illusion, which makes the tiny castle towers look like skyscrapers. In our number 4, Beauty and the Beast. This is one that many people, including myself, were disappointed with. When I went to Disney, I was expecting to see this huge beast castle, something like the main Cinderella castle, but once again, Disney used forced perspective. From far away, it's not so bad, but up close, the beast castle is actually super tiny. It's kind of a letdown. The castle is basically just a miniature model. Pictures got released online showing construction workers piecing the castle together, and that really shows you how tiny this castle actually is. They definitely made a mistake not making this castle larger. In at number 3, Stitch Castle. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this one is actually pretty cute. Back in 2004 on November 16th at Magic Kingdom, Stitch caused some mischief. On this day, the ride Stitch's Great Escape opened. When guests exited the train station, they were greeted by a huge inflatable Stitch blow-up creature. Then along Main Street, there were signs with Stitch's face on them saying guests should be on the lookout for Stitch, as he was wanted for creating mischief, mayhem, and pandemonium. The sign also said that he had escaped the park and was last seen at Cinderella's castle. Once guests saw Cinderella's castle, they could see that Stitch was indeed there at one point. The whole castle was TP'd, and one of the columns had the words "Stitch is King" spray painted on it. That's hilarious, and even an amazing marketing idea on Disney's part. People were definitely going to check out the new ride, Stitch's Great Escape, after this. Coming in at number 2, Hong Kong. Yeah, the Hong Kong Sleeping Beauty castle didn't go over well at all with fans. Hong Kong Disneyland was given a $1.4 billion investment, and with a portion of the money, they decided to redo their castle. Disney said that they were going to take inspiration from the Disney movies and styles. In 2016, concept art for the new castle was released and fans loved it. It made the castle look beautiful, and it all tied the different elements together really nicely. However, then in December of last year, this new version of concept art was released and people were not happy. It just looks like a thrown together mess. There's no flow, it's like they just took pieces from each Disney castle that didn't match and threw them together. The colors aren't even cohesive. It's just no. Hopefully they decide to change the concept art one more time. You know what they say, third time's the charm. And in at number 1, movie posters. Now this was definitely one of the biggest Disney castle mistakes. In the poster and early VHS editions of The Little Mermaid, there was a penis hidden into the drawing of the castle. This has become the most famous Disney poster of all time and one of Disney's biggest mistakes. Now no one knows for sure how this drawing of a penis ended up on the castle, but the most popular assumption goes a little something like this. A disgruntled artist working on the poster was fired. But before he left, he got his revenge by drawing a penis on Titan's castle. The mess up was originally unnoticed by Disney, and soon this image was in thousands of children's homes. Parents soon realized and were like, "What the heck, Disney?" However, Disney claims that this drawing is not the result of an angry former employee, but rather that this was just a coincidence. So I guess we'll never know. And there you have it, that's our list of the top 5 biggest Disney castle mistakes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to show us some love by giving this video a big thumbs up, and I will catch all of you in the next one.